A life without social media takes its time. You get to breathe. Hey guys, it's Picture Portia here. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I'm in a different space, a different angle. I'm just trying new things out, it's a new year. I want to do new things. But yeah, today's topic is deleting social media and how much it has changed my life for good. Okay, so forgive me if I'm looking at my notes on my phone. If I don't write notes down, I tend to ramble, which is what I'm doing right now. So let's get to it. The first time I deleted social media, yes, you heard me, the first time. I have deleted social media several times, but I deleted social media during the hardest time of my life, and it was the best decision ever. During that time, I didn't have the mental capacity to just be happy. To give y'all a bit of insight, I posted my testimony a few months ago. I'll tag it up at the top, so if you're interested, you can watch it. But I am a cancer survivor. I'm a cancer survivor, and that was a very hard period. Would not wish cancer on my worst enemy. I'm joking. But I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It was the hardest time of my life. It was a very hard period for me. And I had social media up until diagnosis. After the diagnosis, I had it for a little while, and I realized like life moves on, like life does not stop. And that realization made me depressed. It made me sad. And I realized it was very hard for me to be happy. Like people would post their jobs, people would post them working out, people would post whatever. And I just wasn't happy because I was going through something so traumatic that I just didn't have the mental capacity to be happy. So fast forward, when I got better, about a year, a little over a year, during that time it was very debilitating. I had to relearn how to talk, how to walk, all of that stuff. So it took a minute. Like when I came back, bigger, better, stronger, I was like, you know what, I should hop back on social media. And I had to ask myself why. Why do I want to go back on social media? Like, what is the point? Is it to, share my testimony? Is it to socialize? Because while I was gone, I realized there were a few people who I didn't expect to check on me, but people who I thought would check on me didn't. Granted, outside of my family and my close friends, but like, I don't know. Social media makes you believe that you know more people than you actually do, or you're close to more people than you actually are. And I was really shocked that like only a handful of people really were really checking for me, really seeing if I was okay. So when I wanted to come back on social media, I had to ask myself why. Like, why, Portia? Like, why are you trying to get back on social media? And the truth is, the harsh reality was, I just wanted to stay in the loop. Look, I just wanted to stay in the loop. Like, let's be realistic. I wanted to know what was going on, what people were doing, just being nosy. Just not minding my business is what it was. Yeah, I just wanted to stay in the loop. But staying in the loop required me to share my business. And I don't know. It's something about talking about what I got going on, sharing what I got going on that really, I don't think cringe is a word, but like, I don't even think terrified is a word, but I don't know. It's hard for me. But yeah, staying in the loop, I felt like, I was required to share aspects of my life that I wasn't ready to share. You get what I'm saying? Being a constant consumer of content kind of requires you to just post something. Like, think about it this way, right? If you're constantly posting, your achievements, your goals, your whatever, and I'm on social media, you see me watching your story. You see me, like every story you post, I'm watching it, but like, every picture you post, I'm liking it, but I'm not posting or like I'm not posting anything myself. it comes off as weird. Let's not try to lie. And if you are doing that, I'm sorry. The reality is that it does come off as weird to most people of being a content consumer and not really posting yourself. I'm Nigerian, so we quick to call that a monitoring spirit. You know what a monitoring spirit is? Yeah. So like being a monitoring spirit is weird, you know? Obviously, I'm not, you know, like jealous or coveting or whatever the case may be, but you know, most people will assume that, you know, I don't know, you're weird, because I hate being perceived as weird when I'm not. I mean, I am kind of weird, but like not monitoring spirit weird, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, pretty much I felt like I had to share aspects of my life to just not feel like that weird person that just always watches and always likes but never posts. But deleting social media literally freed me from that way of thinking. Like when I deleted social media, I realized no one really cares. No one truly cares. Like, I guess more so because I'm not using it. If I was using it, then yeah, maybe. But no one really cares the way we think. And deleting social media just helped me realize that. Especially if people know you in real life. Like, my friends and family that know me in real life, I'm constantly deleting social media. And yeah, when they don't see me on the platforms for a minute, I get the text, I get the calls, hey sis, checking on you. And that leads me into another point is deleting social media helped me realize like the people that really matter, the people that really care about me. You know, if I'm talking to a friend and they're telling me they went on a trip and I'm not on social media, I'm gonna ask them to send me pictures because I want to see what the trip was like, friend. I want to see what the trip was like, bestie. And I had to think about it like this, like, if you can't send me pictures, if you can't tell me what's going on in your life, but you can post it on social media, then that's kind of weird to me. That says a lot about that person. If they can post things on social media, but can't send the same pictures to me when I ask, then yeah, it's kind of weird. Take a shot for every time I say weird in this video. But yeah, there are several ways outside of social media where you could stay in the loop with, you know, your close friends and family. And like, I'm not really one to follow blogs or celebrities. I've just never had an interest in it. But if I really do care, I would just Google like, okay, there's a Usher concert coming up. Let me just Google the dates, the info, what cities are going to be involved. One of the things that was, or I won't say was, because I hop on and off social media quite a bit, but like one of the reasons why I haven't deleted it for good is I find my hairstylist, I find nail inspo, which I can Google, but really finding a good hairstylist in Houston can be hard. Yes, everyone does hair, but everyone doesn't know how to do hair, if that makes sense. Like, I need someone who has growing hands. Y'all know I just shaved my head. That video, if y'all want to watch, that's right here. Y'all know I just shaved my head off. I finally found someone. And what I do when I find someone that I like, I go on Booksy website. Like, I go directly to the website and like save all their information so that I don't have to go on Instagram. A lifesaver, okay? Definitely a lifesaver. But yeah, that's what I do. And that was one of the few things that was holding me back from like really deleting Instagram for like long periods of time. But yeah, whenever I'm on social media, I just check in with friends and family directly. All right, next point. Like I mentioned earlier, I am Nigerian, born and raised in Houston, did go to high school in Nigeria, family's Nigerian. And being Nigerian, comparison is really instilled. I don't know about, I won't say for every Nigerian, but I know for a lot of Nigerians, a lot of motivation comes from comparing ourselves. You know, your parents might say, look at this person, do they have two heads? This person's daughter bought me a house, so this person's daughter bought auntie a house, so this person's son bought uncle a car. So it's like, as the first daughter, I had to kind of set a boundary and like let my parents know, look, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. When I get there, you know, obviously, which child who grew up in a home with both parents that love them wouldn't want to give back? You know, obviously I want to, but I'm not there yet. And the constant comparison actually like messes up my mental health. So I had to sit my parents down and tell them to like chill. Okay. It was one point, it came to a point where I had to start comparing them to their peers. Like, oh, did you hear? Mommy, auntie bought cousin such and such a brand new car. Where's mine? Daddy, uncle such and such bought his daughter a new wig. Where's mine? And they quickly got it. Like, they quickly got it. But yeah, I hate that comparison is a form of motivation in our community. I just noticed myself, you know, just really not being my happy self when I felt like, you know, I was behind my peers or I wasn't doing as good or as much. And anytime I get to that point, I just delete social media. Give it about a week or two, I instantly feel better. So I know that, you know, just the way that it's programmed it's just not meant for one to just consume every day, all day. Every day, all day is just not healthy. Now, I'm not one of those people who feels like people have to post what they're going through. Shoot, even when I was going through my cancer journey, I didn't post about it. Even when I came back on social media, I had a very brief, vague testimony because I just needed to, again, I felt like I needed to explain why I was gone so long, which I really didn't. Again, no one really, I mean, I had a few people really thank me for sharing what I shared and that they too were going through some things, and I'm grateful that I was able to help people. Again, with my testimony I posted a few months ago, I've had a few people just thank me with, you know, sharing that testimony. The Bible also tells us to share testimonies, but it's not a necessity. The Bible also tells us to be careful, you know, be careful what you say, be slow to speak, quick to think. But yeah, I'm not one of those people who feels like people just have to share every bad thing that's going on in their lives. Because again, okay, I know for sure I wouldn't be on social media. Social media wouldn't have to beg me to get off if everything was depressing. No, no. But yeah, the constant ads and the luxury items and getting bad news every 10 seconds. I just, like I said, it's not healthy for the average human being to consume every single day. And during that hard period of my life, deleting social media literally, honestly, truly saved my life. Like, I strongly believe one of the reasons why I was able to fight and endure, you know, treatments and chemo, just cancer in general, was because I was focusing on my now and not what everyone else was doing. Like, I can't even imagine what having social media would have done to my mental during that time. And I'm grateful I listened to myself. Really, really grateful. But yeah, again, with social media, like, the rise of the influencers came, and I had to sit down and do some self-evaluating. And I'm in the process of moving right now, which is another reason why I'm in a different space. But moving, man, if you don't think if you want to be exposed, move. The amount of stuff I have, the amount of things I have, guys, like, so many things have the tag still on it, the sticker, the plastic. My goodness, like, I've been influenced. I have been influenced, and like, moving, I'm happy because it's giving me the opportunity to declutter. But man, like, it's just too much. But yeah, at most, you know, posting your outfit, posting your clothes, which I don't mind. You know, you get your little bit of attention, a little bit of validation here and there. But in real life, no one truly cares. No one really cares. Another point I have after self-reflecting during the off periods of social media, if I listen to every advice, and the funny thing is, Instagram is actually my least. Facebook, I barely use Facebook. Snapchat, deleted. Haven't used Snapchat in years. Instagram, out of the big three, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, Instagram is my least favorite. It's just, Instagram is boring. Like, everything's curated. Everything is just, I don't know. Something about Instagram that I just don't like. Twitter is my favorite app. I am constantly deleting Twitter because it's just an app of opinions. And if I listened to every advice that was on Twitter, I promise you, I would not be as happy as I am in my current relationship. I would not be as happy as I am in my field of study. I would not be as happy as I am in my friendships, my relationship with my parents, my siblings. Like, it's just too much. When I was in middle school, I'm telling my age. I'm 29 years old. But when I was in middle school, we had MySpace, which was harmless at the time. That's where we learned how to code, music on our profile. You know, if you were in a relationship, the letters will be coming down. Top 8, top 3, top 5. But it was pretty much harmless. Like, yes, you know, like if we want to get down to the nitty gritty, there were people, when I say people, I mean like teens. Actually, no, I could say people because there were older adults still trying to talk to teens. But for the most part, MySpace was mostly harmless. Then came Facebook when I was in high school. Again, it was very harmless. I used it here and there, but it just wasn't something that consumed my time. But then when I got to college, that's where Instagram really took off. Like the Instagram when I was in college, 2014? 10 years? Anyways, the Instagram then is not the Instagram now. For one, we didn't have stories. For two, there was no DMs. For three, there was no reels. Like, Instagram has completely changed. Like, realizing that teens, heck, tweens are consuming the same content that I'm consuming as a 29-year-old. Like, on TikTok, when I realized, like, they receive the same content that I do, that was frightening for me. Like, the expectations of dating are, you know, being fed to two different generations, like millennials, Gen Z, and like all of that is being fueled by social media. Like, we're on different levels in regards to age, experiences, jobs, life. Like, realizing that they get the same content, y'all, I don't know if y'all feel me, like, that's scary. Like, now at 29, I have way higher expectations of myself than I did at 18, that I did at 19. You know, I've been through so much, y'all. Like, I beat cancer. I've had, you know, I was in a 5-year relationship. Now I'm in a new relationship of X amount of years. I'm a doctor, you know. I'm a doctor of physical therapy. I've just been through a lot. I've accomplished so much. And it's like, it's just, I know I keep saying frightening, scary, but just the thought of us receiving the same content like that, just to me, like, where the regulations at? For example, the Cheesecake Factory debate. Like, me at 18, 19, when I was working at Burger King, if you're taking me to Cheesecake Factory, like, I would be happy. I would be impressed because at the time I was working at Burger King making minimum wage. How can I open my mouth and say that I'm better than Cheesecake Factory when I could barely afford it myself? I mean, I could still F up some Cheesecake Factory here and there. But I'm just saying, like, 18, 19-year-olds were getting that content and feeling like Cheesecake Factory was below them. But it's like, baby girl, you work at Target. Baby girl, you work at McDonald's. Baby girl, you work at wherever, you know, at 18, 19. They shouldn't be fed those different ideas. But shoot, let the people tell it. Everybody on social media is rich. Everybody on social media is living their best life. Everybody on social media just got it. And yet, 15% of Americans are making less than 100K. Yeah. Another benefit I had of deleting social media was just the mindless scrolling. Whenever I'm off of social media, you know, I still lay in bed, look at the ceiling. But because I don't have, you know, I still lay in bed, you know, waste time, rolling side to side. But like, you know, instead of scrolling on my phone for hours, I'll probably like self-reflect, think about life for a few minutes before hopping up and doing what I have to do. Like, procrastination definitely went down. But that mindless scrolling, man, I would scroll. There was a time that my phone told me I was on social media 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day, y'all. 8 hours a day, y'all. Do you know what I could do for 8 hours? One, sleep, because I'm lacking. Two, like, what? I could get a second job. I could focus on YouTube. Okay, let me call myself out. I've been slacking. I could focus on YouTube. Like, when I realized I spend 8 hours a day on social media, I had to get it. I had to get off. I had to. But yeah, going back to the procrastination thing, whenever I'm off of social media, I know this is so cliche, but I really do feel like I'm living real life. Like, I really feel like I'm experiencing life again, and like I'm not bored. I'm not tired of the same mundane redundancy of waking up, scrolling, brush my teeth, scroll, in the car, scroll, and work, scroll, hey, scroll. But no, but really, like I really feel like I'm able to feel life, if that makes sense. Instead of living through other people, I'm just able to experience life for real. But yeah, now that I'm back on social media, I'm back to posting videos more constantly, guys. But real talk, like now that I'm back on social media, I take weekly breaks. Like sometimes during a week, I might just be off of it for one day out of the week. If it's been a month, sometimes I'll take a whole week off. I've noticed since taking that year off social media, I have not been on social media consecutively for a year. Like I'm constantly taking breaks. Like at this point, my friends and family know, like I'm constantly taking breaks. It's in me now. Like I just can't stay on for a certain amount of time. I just, now that I'm back, I just try to use social media as a tool rather than I be the tool for social media, Like I don't want to be influenced all the time. Sometimes I want to inspire, I don't want to be anxious every time I get on social media because I'm on a budget, okay? I already spend money eating out. That's another thing I'm about to tackle, but like I don't want, social media to feel like it's running my life. So I try my best to use it as a tool, like YouTube. I'm educating, I'm vlogging my life. I just graduated school, so I'm a new grad, learning how to optimize or ways to, ace an interview, renew my resume, things like that. Like I don't want to be a constant consumer. But truthfully, I can definitely see myself literally deleting all forms of social media for good. I might keep YouTube just because I like it so much, but eventually I feel like I'll get to a place where I just delete everything and all, like literally by social media. But yeah, that's pretty much most of my rant on why deleting social media changed my life. If you're someone who deleted social media, or you're thinking of deleting social media, or you deleted social media and you're thinking of going back, really sit down and reflect, like, why? Like, what is the point of it all? Is it validation? Is it attention? Is it to learn, to be educated? Or is it rooted in shallow thinking, right? Like, and the truth is, some people, really just have social media, like I said earlier, to stay in the loop. And if that's you, there's no shame in your game. But if you're one who just gets tired of being influenced and spending money and the ads and the lying and it's depressing or however, I really, really advise deleting social media. If you're one that's going through something like I was, I advise deleting social media. And I hope in the future sorry guys, my camera died. But as I was saying, I really hope a lot of us millennials, Gen Zs, Gen Alphas, whatever generation we're in, I really hope that we get to a place where we realize like we don't need it. We don't need social media to be happy. But yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm back, guys. Like, yeah, moving has been a lot. Moving vlogs are gonna come. My life since living in Houston's gonna come. A lot more chit chats like these are gonna come. Whatever it is you want to hear me yap about, I'll be more than happy to do that for you guys. Follow me at poke.portia on Instagram and on Twitter, TikTok as well. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. LOL. How is this video encouraging you to delete social media but I'll ask you to follow me? How'd that work? Bye, guys.
I've been all in my phone, I got options, and I don't wanna tell you to drop it, but I don't wanna play your fair, yeah.